To SatGast from Adobe.
Today's digital tip is on how to use the paste into command to put a photo exactly where you want it. We're going to do that with a postage stamp. We'll create a postage stamp with the shapes tool, and then we'll put a photo into it. So we'll start by getting our custom shape tool, and then we'll come up to our shape picker menu, and we'll choose this one right here. It's postage stamp. It's the stamp 1. If you don't see this, click on the right facing triangle and choose all elements shapes, and then you'll see this shape. So I'm going to click on it, and then I'll make sure also that my foreground color is white. The way to do that is to click on the default foreground and background colors icon until I get my black and white color chips, and then I'll click on this double-headed arrow to make white my foreground color. Now I'm going to click and drag out my outline. I'll press the Shift key to maintain my proportions, and I can also press the space bar to move it around and position it. And when I let go of the mouse, it fills with white. Now the next step is to define exactly where I want my photo. I'll click on the rectangular marquee tool and click and drag an outline inside the stamp shape. And I'll use my space bar again to reposition that, and then let go of the space bar to resize. And I also want a new layer to put my photo on, so I'll click on the Create a New Layer icon to create a new blank layer. Now for the photo. I'll click on my photo thumbnail. I'll come up to the Select menu and choose All, and now that puts a selection outline around my entire photo. Now I can come over here to Edit and choose Copy. Then I'll go back to my stamp document and come up and choose Edit and Paste into Selection. Now this is where you have to be careful because the Paste command comes first, and if you choose that one, it won't work. You must choose Paste into Selection. When I do that, my photo appears inside my selection outline. But it's a huge photo and my stamp is very small, so I'm going to have to resize it. Don't deselect before you resize though, because once you deselect, that cuts your image. So I'm going to get my Move tool and choose Show Bounding Box. And then also, just so that I can see the edges of my bounding box, I'll choose View, Fit on Screen. And that shows me my whole bounding box. Now I can click and drag that and make that a little bit smaller. And now we need to make it bigger, so I'll choose View, Fit on Screen, so I can see it better. And just continue to resize that until I've got it exactly where I want it. Now I can click on the check mark to accept it. And finally now I can deselect by choosing Select, Deselect. I used this postage stamp on a page, and I added some type to it, and I also added a drop shadow. So now you know how to use the Paste Into command to put a photo exactly where you want it on your scrapbook page.